So I went to Hawaii 2 years ago. I was gonna take my boyfriend, but he couldn't get off work. So me and my girlfriends went. We went to Maui. It was great. Went to Hana. Went to Haleakala, which is this amazing, beautiful volcano. And there's these gorgeous, beautiful fields of black sand everywhere. And I was like, I gotta take some of this home with me. And our tour guide, Goji, was like, don't take any of the sand home. You know, don't take any. The volcano guys will get mad. And I'm like, whatever, what can happen? All I took was this much sand. This much sand, that's it. Well, on my way back, on the plane ride back, my luggage was being x-rayed. Well, apparently they saw something suspicious, so they called me out of line. Well, they strip searched me. They're like, what is this? They thought it was gunpowder or some kind of explosive. I'm like, dude, it's black sand from Hawaii. So while I'm there, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I get back from the bathroom, my luggage is gone. They're like, oh, I don't know, we left for 2 minutes and we're not sure what happened. So I missed my flight. I'm in the airport with the sand. That's it, just me and the sand. They gave me a coupon for McDonald's, okay? So I go home. I go home to my apartment that I've lived in for 2 years with my boyfriend Roger, and I'm like, look, honey, I brought you the sand you wanted. And he says, I wanted white sand. And we just went into a huge argument. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the major details because you really don't wanna hear them. So I have to go stay at my ex-boyfriend's mom's house, who I still talk to via email. Yeah, so I stayed at her house. I woke up late because I didn't have an alarm clock. I show up at work. They pull me aside. I'm only like 15 minutes late. And they're like, we get a call from Homeland Security. And I'm like, what? I am the best market research analyst you have ever had. And within 5 minutes, I had to be out of the building. And all I could take with me was a statue my mom gave me, the world's best market research analyst. So I had that, and I had my sand. And I got in the car, and I was driving, and I didn't see, but there was this bike that came in front of me, and I slammed right into it, causing a pileup. People behind me are getting out of their cars and yelling at me, like, you bitch, how could you not see the bike, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what, people, calm down. I've just lost my job. I just got broken up with. Oh, did I tell you that my dog died and my uncle died? Forget it. At this point, it doesn't really matter. So the best part about all this, though, is that I met someone. The guy on the bike, I swear to God, is the hottest guy you've ever seen. His name was Jesus, and I don't know, he worked for the Air Force or the military or something. You know, he's buff, and he wasn't really that hurt, so he took me to his favorite bar, and we went back to his place afterwards. I put this down next to his bedstand. We were just talking, and things got wild. I mean, so wild. I mean, so we're on the floor, which Roger always hated, and I think you know what happened next.
Oh,
God.
God.
Woo!
So the sand fell in his eyes, and it was horrible. I mean, this sand is not small sand. They're like little rocks. It cut up his beautiful green eyes. Man, but it was wild. So we have this great night, and it's amazing. We wake up in the morning, and Jesus says to me, yeah, I gotta go back to my job. Yeah, he's gotta fly out to Cheyenne, Wyoming under some mountain and work for NORAD for 6 months. And this is the point where I'm like, you know, maybe there is something to this black sand. You know, maybe a curse. But this next part is pretty hard to talk about. So just my luck, but it turns out that Jesus, he's one of those guys that sits in the bunker to make sure we're not going to get attacked by missiles. It's funny, I think. Yeah, well, apparently the black sand cut up his eyes pretty good, and when he was at his monitor, all I could see were these squiggles and lights and dots and everything coming at him, and he freaks out. He picks up the phone, he's like, we're being attacked, we're being attacked. Everyone around him freaks out, so we launch a missile. They launch a missile. They launch, we launch. Everyone's launching, it's crazy. And that's how that whole nuclear war thing happened. You might have noticed that. So, you know, now we have so much soot in the atmosphere and we don't get any sun. And, I just really want to say that I'm sorry. And you know, if you knew me, you would know I'm not that type of person. I don't do those kind of things. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever gonna see this, but oh God, that just felt so good to get that off my chest. And then 3 years ago, I went to Mount Everest and I took this rock.